All right, if you were on the path to getting your nail license, you need to listen up. Consider this your pre-game briefing for the most critical topic you're going to face on your state board exam. So let's open up the playbook and get right into it.
And yeah, that quote right there says it all, doesn't it? This is exactly why we're starting here. This isn't just another chapter in your textbook. This is the absolute foundation of your entire career. Mastering infection control is non-negotiable. It's how you pass your exam, it's how you earn your clients' trust, and it's how you can truly call yourself a professional. Now, instead of just trying to memorize a massive list of rules, I want you to think of infection control as a strategic, 3-level defense system. This is our battlefield, and these 3 levels, they're your plan of attack for making sure everything is totally safe. First up is sanitation. This is your ground floor, your foundational step. Think of it like clearing the field before the real battle begins. It's simply about removing all the dirt and debris you can actually see, like brushing dust off a file or, most importantly, just properly washing your hands. It might sound simple, but this is where it all begins.
Next, we level up to disinfection, and you'll notice that phrase, required by law. This is no joke. This is the industry standard. Using an EPA-registered disinfectant isn't just a good idea, it's your legal and professional duty. This is how you take care of the invisible threats on your non-porous tools. And at the very top of the pyramid, we have sterilization. This is the ultimate weapon for safety. The key word to burn into your brain here is all. See, disinfection kills most harmful organisms, but sterilization destroys everything, and that includes those tough-to-kill bacterial spores. This is reserved for implements that could break the skin, and it represents the absolute highest standard of care possible. Okay, so we've got our defense system in place. Now let's get a good look at the opponent. And look, this isn't about creating fear. It's about being smart. You have to know your enemy to effectively outsmart them in the salon. So you're really dealing with 4 main categories of these invisible bad guys. You've got bacteria, some are fine, but the pathogenic ones are harmful. Then you have viruses, which are even smaller and can cause some really serious illnesses. Fungi, a huge one in the nail industry that can cause infections. And finally, parasites. Knowing this lineup helps you understand exactly why our 3 levels of control are so incredibly important. I want you to memorize this. Say it out loud. This is the single most important rule of your entire career. It's a concept from OSHA called universal precautions, and it means you treat every single client and any blood or body fluid as if it's infectious. No exceptions. This mindset is what protects you and everyone else every single time. So we have our strategy and we know the opponent. Now what? Well, let's talk about the gear. A perfect game plan is pretty useless if you don't have the right equipment and know exactly how to use it. Okay, in the salon, your tools fall into one of 2 buckets. And listen to me, there is 0 gray area here. You have single-use or disposable items, things like nail files, wooden sticks, buffers. You use them one time on one client, and they go in the trash, period. Then you have your reusable or multi-use items. These are your metal tools, like nippers and pushers. These must be properly cleaned and disinfected after every single use. Mixing these up is a major safety violation. Now let's talk about your other tools, your chemicals. Every single product in your salon, from your acrylic liquid all the way to your disinfectant, is required by law to have a safety data sheet, or an SDS. Think of it as the official instruction manual for that chemical. It tells you what's in it, what the hazards are, how to store it, and exactly what to do in an emergency. You have to know where these are. Okay, so we've got our strategy, we've got our gear. Now it's time for the playbook. These are the step-by-step procedures that have to become second nature, like breathing. This is where all that knowledge gets put into action. Let's start with the most powerful play in your entire arsenal. And guess what? It doesn't come from a bottle. It's just proper hand washing. I'm serious. It is your first and absolute best defense against spreading germs and causing cross-contamination. It is the simplest yet most effective procedure you have. So what's the magic number? How long do you really need to wash your hands? 20 seconds. That's it. It's about how long it takes to sing happy birthday twice through in your head. It's the minimum time you need to be actively scrubbing with soap to actually remove those pathogens. And you should definitely remember that number. It's a little detail the state boards love to test you on. Now for those reusable metal tools, this 5-step process is absolutely non-negotiable. Step 1, you have to clean the tool first. Scrub it with soap and water, get all the debris off. Disinfectant can't work through gunk. Step 2, rinse it and then dry it completely. Drying is critical because leftover water will dilute your disinfectant, making it useless. Step 3, completely immerse the tool in your EPA-registered disinfectant. Step 4, after the right amount of time, you rinse and dry it again. And finally, step 5, you store it in a clean, closed container. You have to do every single step in this exact order every time.
But what if an accident happens? What if there's blood? The key is to stay calm and follow the protocol. First, stop the service immediately. Next, you're going to wash your hands and put on gloves before you do anything else. Then, clean the injury with an antiseptic and put a bandage on it. After that, any items that were contaminated get disposed of in a sealed bag. And finally, you disinfect your entire workstation and then wash your hands again. Acting with this kind of calm precision is the mark of a true professional. So let's bring all this home. Learning these rules isn't just about passing a test. It's so much more than that. It's about forging a truly professional mindset. It's about building the kind of deep confidence that lets you handle any situation that comes your way with skill and with grace. You know, ultimately, all of this technical information, it all serves a much higher purpose. It's the foundation that transforms you from being maybe a little nervous and apprehensive into a confident, capable professional. This knowledge is what builds the client trust that will literally define your entire career. And that right there is the ultimate goal. It's to move from just believing, yes, I can do this, to knowing, deep down, I have done it. Master this playbook, and you won't just be ready for an exam, you'll be ready for a successful, safe, and long-lasting career. You've got this.